Welcome back to the Urban Sports Scene. We about to hop into the NBA action.
It's fantastic.
More hating on LeBron, man. They coming from like everywhere on LeBron James. The decision. Now we got Magic and deadbeat dad Larry Bird making comments about it. I mean, I'm just saying it's the truth, though.
I hear you.
I mean, LeBron take care of his kids.
Yeah,
he taking them to Miami with him. Man, I think Larry Bird might be my dad. Yeah, he ain't even give me no tickets, but the comments that Magic Johnson and Larry Bird are making about LeBron leaving, you know, they would never do that. They was always the ultra competitive. I'm pretty sure Larry Bird would have left Boston if Kevin McHale and the Big Chief wasn't there.
Yeah. We all know. I mean, Magic's like my favorite player of all time. But he really has no legs to walk on in this discussion. He got drafted by the Lakers and they had Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. At the time was like the best center in the game.
And then got James Worthy with the number one.
So I mean, though I think Magic Johnson's the greatest player ever, but he did have Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and so he can't criticize LeBron James.
I mean, just think about maybe even though Byron Scott wasn't a great NBA player, he was a very good NBA player. That was like the worst play in their starting lineup, probably by comparison to everyone else.
Yeah, I'll give Larry Bird more credit in terms of this discussion to Magic Johnson, because when Larry Bird got to Boston, Kevin McHale wasn't there. He was. I mean, Larry Bird was the dude down there. So he got help eventually. Yeah, he got help eventually, but Larry Bird wasn't blessed with a good team off the bat. So I mean, in that regard, I can give him credit. But again, it's getting redundant. LeBron wanted to win. I think everybody should leave him alone with that. He wanted to win. A lot of these individuals they're not saying this though. They wouldn't take less like LeBron James did. I know that much. They can hate on how he went about it, or who he's teaming up with. They would, but I know they wouldn't take less. They wouldn't take less to win.
You think Larry Bird would pass Mo Williams the ball or Antoine
No,
Davis?
not at all.
You think Delonte West would sleep with Larry Bird's mom? I don't think so. So I mean, I feel as though you got two guys that were on pretty much loaded teams and loaded franchises,
and it's a different era.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they would have never went to no Cleveland and play with who. I don't know who was even on Cleveland at that time. What? Brad Doherty ain't get there yet. I can't even name the greatest Cavalier ever outside of LeBron.
Mark Price. That's about it. I mean, real Mark Price.
Yeah. Larry Nance. Danny Ferry.
Probably so.
Terrell Brandon.
It wasn't Gerald Wilkins.
Go ahead. That's Michael Jordan's boy right there.
But man, I don't even know. LeBron, we happy about your decision out there, man. Stick with what you know. Enjoy.
He's created a lot of controversy, a lot of fun, as you seen our commercial. But Magic Johnson's a hypocrite. He's saying Kobe the best player, LeBron's the best player. He just likes to talk.
But on another topic we want to get on is the NBA. Should they get a franchise tag like say something the NFL has? I mean, Ray, I know this is something you really wanted to talk about.
Yes, I did. Thank you. I just want to know would it work in the NBA, because everybody was saying if the NBA had a franchise tag, there wouldn't be a decision. They would have franchised LeBron off the jump, and he wouldn't have been able to go nowhere. He'd have got a set amount of money. But he would have been pissed. Well, he might have held out.
They have something it's not as close to the franchise tag that the NFL has. They have the Bird Rule, which is something close to a franchise tag. Because a franchise tag in the NFL is just to get you paid and to be able to keep you. But in the NBA, I mean, they figured by me giving you the most money is the way they're going to keep you. But they found a dude who can make money other ways, and I can leave.
Well, I think you would see more holdouts in the NBA too. That's why I wouldn't want it there. You don't see that many holdouts in the NBA. When's the last holdout in the NBA you seen?
You don't see it at all.
That's what I'm saying. If you put a franchise tag in there, it's gonna be a whole lot of Julius Peppers and Vince Wilforks out there.
I'm sure. I mean, within the NBA contract, I'm sure there's something in the fine print to negate those kinds of things, those types of things to happen. I think, like you said, Julius Peppers. I think as compared to that, LeBron wouldn't leave. I just think, like, if they had a franchise tag, I think it'd be a good idea. People like LeBron, they wouldn't leave. They might be upset and they might be pissed off, but they'll get paid for that year because they'll be tagged and they'll get their compensation in terms of how much their worth is. But they'll be forced to stay. I think it gets the opportunity. You give the team the opportunity to have the chance to keep a star player. I think, like you said with the Bird Rule in the NFL, the owners and the general managers found a loophole to use that franchise tag to keep their players, and that's what the NBA would just do. They just find a loophole to keep their players, just using that kind of terminology.
The thing about it is, if you do go to the franchise tag, are you also going to go to the compensation part of the franchise tag?
Yeah, you should.
Like they have in the NFL.
You should.
I think if they did go to that in the NBA, then some teams probably wouldn't mind having their superstar leave if they're going to get compensated. And me and Wally talked about this earlier off airs, is probably the compensation value of that type of player. You know, because I mean, what value can you put on LeBron James? It's really no value you can put on what he brings to a city and an organization. But I mean, I would have probably won at least a top 3 pick in return if LeBron's going to be able to walk away. But at the same time, then the structure of the draft had to change. NBA rosters will probably have to change. So I mean, it would be a lot going on if you were to do something.
It works. Like I said, it works both ways. Like it works both ways. It's either the team that's interested in LeBron James might not want him because they have to give up too much. They might not be willing to give up that much. You never know. Or in LeBron's case, he's getting that for that one year, he's getting a lot of money, and that can make him happy. So it goes both ways. I think that a franchise tag would be a good idea. I mean, after thinking about it, like for a week, because you brought it to my attention, Ray. I think it'd be a real good idea.
I think they would just have to tweak it a lot.
Yeah, of course.
To make it fit the NBA system. But on another player that's, I guess he doesn't. If he was to get franchise tag, this guy get franchise tag. It's Chris Paul. He has a lot of trade aspirations going on right now. He doesn't know who he wants to play for. He talked to the owner the other day, saying he didn't want to get traded, but then you hear reports he still wants to get traded. He wants to go to New York, play with Amari. He wants to go to Orlando. He might even want to go to Charlotte, back home to play in front of his family. I mean,
Charlotte.
Yeah, it negates what he's been saying if he wants to go to Charlotte.
Too.
He had LA. That's canceled. That's canceled. He took them off his list. He took Lakers off his list.
So I mean, just play where you playing at. Play your contract out. You got 2 years left. Just play it out.
Yeah, I think any team that trades for him is stupid. He's got 2 years left.
My sources are saying he's threatened by Darren Collison.
Oh, that's what it is. That makes sense. That makes sense. I think I was trying to think of the best situation for him to go, and that would work for New Orleans and work for New Orleans and for the other projected team, and Chris Paul as well. And I was thinking that I thought Orlando, but that's not a good place because Orlando obviously has to trade Jameer Nelson, but if they trade Jameer Nelson, they still have Collison. Jameer Nelson can't. I mean, it won't work. He'll be a backup point guard playing because Collison is young and up and coming. And then I was thinking, well, if they still want, because Orlando's high on his list. As a matter of fact, I think it's the second highest team on the list. So and then I was thinking, well, maybe they would do a sign and trade or get a third party involved, and for that to work. But the Knicks, who was his first option, I don't see that working at all.
To be honest with you, if I'm the Boston Celtics, I am packaging a deal with Rondo and Big Baby, and I'm sending him down to New Orleans. Because think about it, Chris Paul with the Boston Celtics. I mean, KG and them ain't getting no younger, but
the thing about that the reason that won't work is like Ray said, they're high on Collison. They're very high on Collison.
I'm thinking more Denver Nuggets.
I thought that too.
To Tyson Chandler. Just imagine that's Kenyon Martin and the Bird.
See, I was thinking that
he
too.
Would make everybody around him better. Who they have? Anthony Carter. I mean, I know they have
that Chauncey Billups. They could trade Chauncey. Really?
See,
and they can trade Chauncey. I think they can trade Chauncey to New Orleans, and that would work out. Because Chauncey could play dual position, and they could keep J.R. Smith and play him at the 2 if they wanted to.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? So they could do that.
I think they can, if they wanted to, they can find a way to trade him, but the problem with Chris Paul is he's looking at certain teams, and it's like, okay, you're looking at certain probably NBA Finals caliber type teams, but your fit on that team is probably going to be impossible to trade with. Like, it's no way he's ever going to get to the Lakers.
It's not a good fit.
I mean, the Gasol trade from years ago was like, if they could find a way for owners to veto trades, that would have been veto. I mean,
it's like fantasy football, fantasy basketball.
I know that was a trade in our league, boy. That'd have got vetoed like that dumb trade a few years ago. Tom Brady for 20 players, but I think his aspirations for the trades right now are just kidding.
The Lakers, him going to Lakers was a joke because the Lakers run a triangle. Triangle doesn't really need a true point guard, so it wouldn't even work for him in LA. I think Chris Paul, I think he's forgotten that when he first broke in the league, his second year in the league, when he got New Orleans went to one of the best records in the West, he really had limited talent. He doesn't need but so much in in New Orleans for him to win. To me, he has David West. He just needs another. They're a couple players away from being competitive